Good morning. Good morning. They say even if you don't have a good show, at least show up on time. That's what they say. Hold on. Sorry about at least show up on time. Even if you don't have a good show. Good morning, Bill D. At least show up on time. Hey, there's my friend Derek Anderson. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry about the camera. Just trying to get things situated, graduated, discombobulated. I don't know what kind of alien. Good morning. Good morning. Boy, these things start off slow, don't they? These shows. No wonder. Good morning, Catzilla. Man. I'm kidding, everybody. I'm kidding. It's a good Monday. It's a good Monday. We got a heck of a show. Good morning, Shine. Good morning. And let people show up a little bit. Say good mornings to each other. Good morning to Herbie. Good morning. Say good morning to you. Good morning to all of us here. We're gonna have a good morning. I think we're gonna do like a little field trip real quick. And I'm gonna show you something which has been well in my mind. It's outside. And you're gonna be like, oh yeah, duh. Or you're gonna be like, what? And in which case it'll be like, alright, cool, success. So we'll see if that'll work. And then and then we'll come back, we'll jump into the book. We got two little small sections to get to. I think we can get to two sections into the old philosophy book. I do. Good morning, everybody. By the way, Cleanie, Jesus Christ. Oh man, all my friends. Good morning. Good morning. Laura, is Laura here? Good morning, Laura. Good morning, Nerd Nature. There you are. I was on a roll, and I didn't see you guys all snuck in through the back door. You gotta stop doing that to the speaker, okay? When we're up there and we're speaking, we see you people. We see you guys crawling in. Like, come out of the bathroom, all right? Like, if I'm on time, you're on time, okay? You gotta quit doing this. Like, I showed up, I'm in the middle of a story, and now everyone's like, hey, good morning, 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 hey, good morning. Now I don't remember what story I was telling. But Jesus Christ is here. Clean Grow is here, Laura's here. All right, Laura. I'm kidding, everybody. I'm glad you guys are here. I don't remember what the story was that I was telling. Do we remember? Does anybody remember what the story was that I was telling? Someone's about to have a good day today. Nerd Nature says, I am an open agent. I am an agent of chaos. The exception is here. Good morning to the exception. Good morning, Stuart. Good morning, Cleanie. Did we get Niffer? Is Niffer here yet? I am an agent. We were talking, we got the best friend. I was going to introduce it, but I was going to do cards. What the hell were we talking about, nerd? I am an agent of chaos, because that almost like triggered me back into what we were talking. I don't know. I'm gonna, okay. Not that I don't like this book a lot. I like this book a lot. I really do. I love heckling this book. It's a good book, because the heckle usually gets answered like right next, like, it's almost like I'm reading ahead without knowing that I'm reading ahead, because I'll heckle and I'll ask a question, and then the thing will be like, oh yeah, about that question. And be like, what the? Stop reading my heckles. I'm heckling here, you know? So I like this book a lot. I like this book a lot. Thank you to Calico Kid and Blue Hammer Destiny, Derek Anderson, for helping me get that book, right? So I love that book. I feel like we've been charging through that book, and I feel like we've been doing a good job, great job of hitting that book up. And high five for all of us so far that we're gonna make it through that book. We're gonna make it through, and we've hit some neat points in that book, and we've hit some interesting like debate points, and because of my heckle, and like it's not really about like believing or learning. I don't know. Anyhow, let me introduce you. I don't know when we'll get through this book. It'll be, I don't know. It'll be next year. Christ. Next year, before we get through the book. But we'll get through the book. We'll finish it, because that's what we do. Alright? Someone said a couple weeks ago, Papa didn't raise no quitters. First off, Mama didn't raise no quitters, so thank you. But I want to introduce you. Okay, now, when I was in high school and they were trying to do like the whole, what should you do, and such, like as a career, and they're like, you should be a teacher. I'm like, I don't know, I shouldn't teach. So that's why I heckle. I love heckling. But I also kind of like, I think people kind of want to learn things, and I feel like if it's my duty to like present to you some crazy stuff, and then we heckle it together, and yet we're still kind of learning the crazy stuff, and like I'm down with that, right? But when I say crazy stuff, I don't mean like Bigfoot stuff, because that's it's Bigfoot stuff. I mean like crazy, like the little book of mathematical principles, theories, and things. Have you ever sat back and wondered how to solve a cubic equation? No? How about have you ever sat back and wondered what a tessellation is? No? Have you ever wondered what the difference between differentiation and integration is, and how that precludes the fundamental theorem of calculus? No? I have. Have you ever wondered about the famous problem of the 7 bridges of Königsberg and wondered how you can solve that without actually having to do the old drawing around? I have. What about the gambler's fallacy? This book is a nerd trove, okay? I like this book a lot. Not my best friend, okay? I'm not. This is just like, this is like, it's kind of like I don't know, it's like a trusted source. I don't like to. I can't really put this in like a friend way, because like then it's like that secret friend, but then I don't know if you have like secret friends, but you don't really. I don't know. So it's not really a friend. I'm really botching this up. Good morning, good Monday, right? What I'm asking is, how nerdy are we? Like, I don't mean nerd nature. Nerd, you're not allowed to answer this question. Okay? How nerdy are we? We're reading about philosophy every Monday. How nerdy are we? Are we mathematical nerdy? Yeah, a little mathematical. Yeah, I'll go. We'll get a whiteboard going, and I'll chicken scratch some stuff where I have. There's no effing way I'm doing mathematics. No, we're not doing that. No, I love that book though. It's a great book. Here's my best friend. 100 most important science ideas. How nerdy are we? Are we nerdy? And I've been starting to read this book. I got this book at the library yesterday. And what I do is I sit outside. I'll show you where I sit. A little field trip here in a minute. But I started reading through this, and it's structured more or less the same way as the philosophy book here. But it's chronological, but like it makes sure that each section it references the last section. It's like, did you read the last section? All right, this section's gonna make sense. It's like, oh, all right, cool. You're reading the book. While you're also reading and probably chicken pecking at the next whatever. Oh, I want to read about that. But it's like you can read about it in a historical sense, and you'll get the basis of something. So I think this will be our next book next year. But so I don't. So here's where my brain goes, though, when I think about books that we may or may not read, all right? So Derek, God bless him, for whatever reason, he likes to waste his money on people. He bought me that politics book, right? And I haven't read a single page of that politics book, only because I kind of want to read it with you guys. But I also know I probably don't want to read a politics book with you guys. I mean, we could read about science and we could read about philosophy. Philosophy is still kind of like, we're going to hit feminism, and we're going to hit male and brain, and we're going to hit, some child rearing stuff. We're going to hit some crazy stuff in the upcoming philosophy. So we're going to have like some disclaimers like, I don't believe this, or disclaimers like, it's just a book, like later on. We probably are, because that's what we're going to have to do. But like, not as many disclaimers as like whenever I'd have to read a politics book, which is like, please don't hold this against me. Like that would be like every time I would read from a politics book. At least with the philosophy book, it's like, yeah, you can hold my distrust of faith against me. Absolutely, I dare you. But like anyhow, I think we're nerdy enough. I think we're nerdy enough that if we get the basis of if we start off with the foundation of things, by the end of this book, I think we'll be kind of smart. Blow our minds with how well we can learn things if we hold on to it and we just dedicate ourselves to it. A lot of college. I would argue that 75% of college is just showing up, just getting there, just dedicating yourself to. You are your own moral agent now. Because typically you just got kicked out of your house, or you willingly, you got kicked out of your house before you went to college. And so now you're on your own. And it's like you just said that you would pay to go to more high school. All right? You just dedicated yourself to 4 more years of more high school. You're like, oh my God, on your own too. You're like, okay. Why are you going there? Like, there's a whole lot of things that, if it were just about learning, that's what the encyclopedia is for. If it were just about learning, they would teach you how to Google and then set you off on your merry own way. But college isn't just about learning, is it? No, it's not. Not at all. College is about, like, maintaining your relationships, if you're state bound, homebound. Or it's about learning how to make new relationships. It's about being that person that you were taught how to be in high school, and amongst other people willfully trying to be those new people that they are. If it was about education, I don't know, man. We'd probably have a lot more Sesame Street shows on TV. If it was about education, you wouldn't have so many Bachelor shows going on. What are you learning by watching The Golden Bachelor? Are you learning nothing? I'm just saying. I don't know where the hell that diatribe came from. That little rant came out of nowhere. But we were going to learn some stuff. So, talking about learned sciences, let's just read a card. I'm going to read someone's cards real quick. All right? Now that we can, now we're going to disavow science completely. And someone, just give me, I want you guys to give me who I should read. I don't like picking because then it gets to be like, who am I picking? I don't want to pick. I just you pick, and that's all. I tell you what, Derek Anderson, I want you to pick. Oh, I did this. All right. I made Herbie pick the show last time. I want Derek Anderson to pick who I read cards for. Okay, I'm gonna go get something to drink. And Derek Anderson, I'm going to come back to you in a minute or two or whatever, or a moment or two, maybe a minute, I don't know. We're going to open the door. You know what, Derek? At the end of our field trip, I want you to tell me who I'm reading cards for, Derek, all right? So, petition Derek, not me. Petition Derek. Is he even here? Is he even here? Petition Derek. Don't petition me, all right? So, hold on. Let me get this field trip going. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. There we go. Let's see if this still keeps going. We're out here field tripping it. So you can see over there the air conditioner, right? And you can see like the little thing behind the air conditioner, right? Oh. Right there. Whatever. I cut that down. What came along with cutting that down was a vine. This vine right here. This vine, I cut this down Thursday, I cut this thing down. Thursday. These flowers have been blooming since Thursday. On the vine, still. Thursday. They bloomed on Friday, and I was like, what are you doing? Saturday they bloomed. Yesterday they bloomed. This morning they bloomed. What are they? They're morning glories? I don't know what they are, but they're zombie flowers is what they are. They're zombie flowers. Isn't it, nerd? They're zombie flowers. And then Pops is like, hey, we have a casualty of war. So we got squirrels that run around out in that direction of the world. And that run around here. And I'm sorry about the camera movement and whatnot, but this is what we are. We're on a field trip here. So we also have, we were kind of growing like, we had kind of like a little bit of a button, a little pit, a button. I'll just say a button. Someone sent us a button. Someone sent Pops a button. We've been holding on, growing, trying to maintain this button for about a year now. And a squirrel knocked it over the other day. Knocked it over! And so I have tried to recover the button. So far, so good. So we've got a button. We've got zombie flowers. And we have squirrels running around. Right? Pops was like, I don't know what we can do. I don't think we can save it. And I was like, no, I'm fairly certain we can save the button, Pops. I don't think any of the animals are going to eat the button. I think a squirrel probably scooped the button out and was like, hey, what the hell? Oh, I'm not eating this. Like, you know what I mean? No, in fact, though, what I like to do is during I love the squirrels around here. Um, just this morning, I was watching two of them like skitter about, and I don't know, like they have their own little personalities. That's for sure. Um, I mean, add a top layer of quartz or sand. Okay, I thought about that. Shine. Is it shine? Sand? Who said that? Who said that? That was shine. Top layer of I don't know if I have. I'll look. I'll look. You know what? I'll just cover it. I'll just keep scooting it over, and then I'll have it like, and then I'll have it. I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I don't know. I don't think I have the other stuff though. But I'll scoot the stuff over. Um, but I know what you mean. I don't have isn't it like wouldn't a little lime that would be cool. But no, I'll scoot it and we'll be good. See, anyhow, better than coar. It's dirt. It's dirt. It's not cocoa. No, it's dirt. It's the dirt from like a dirt thing. It's not cocoa. No, it's dirt. Blah blah blah. Sam, man, we took a field trip and outside, and we saw what were they? Were they morning glories, Herbie? Nerd? What were they? We saw they're zombie flowers. I cut the vine down like Thursday, and they've been blooming for the last oh ever since like every morning. Like I'm like, are you still alive? Like how are you still going? You know, and then it's like a little Jeff Goldblum moment, like life finds a way. You know, like and then I figured out how to, how we could talk like Jeff Goldblum. So life found a way, and then we found the button, and I had to rescue a button. Um, isn't it's dead, right? It's a morning glory. I don't know. I don't know. It's a beautiful flower, and it's really great because we got them around elsewhere. No, I got it with the no. Where I'm getting there. I'm getting there, Sandy. And then we talked about the button, and I have a button. Pops's button got knocked over by a squirrel, and so um, I rescued the button, and I used one of the dirt blocks to try and supplement the rest of the dirt that was that I couldn't rescue. And I actually have some ash in there too from the fire because I know that ash goes well with trying to give nutrients and maintain. So I mixed some ash in there as well, and a little bit of dirt that I scooped up. Unfortunately, I hope there's not like a cigarette butt in there because we're not always the cleanest around here when we try and clean up from Mushfest. You know what I'm saying? So we found like a rando. I was like, oh, that's gross. Get out of here. So I try not to do too much with rando dirt because who knows if rando butt in there. Then I'm getting advice that I should throw sand and or limestone and or go to a quarry and go get a job, and then as I'm working, take the dirt that I gather off of my clothes when I come home from my job, and then I sprinkle that on top of the button, and then over time I will have created a nice little top layer of quarry dust on top of the button, and I'll have a paycheck, and then by the time I grow the button up long enough to pop up through the top layer of quarry dust, I will probably have gotten a promotion, and then now I'm like a foreman, right? And then maybe in about 2 more years, then I'll become a supervisor, And then what I'll do is I'll stop sprinkling quarry dust, because then I'll have a corporate job within the company, and I'll be a representative, right? And by that time, the button will have grown hopefully a little bit bigger past the layer of topsoil, the quarry dust, right? And I will have to sprinkle coffee grounds around it. So now it'll be growing through a top layer of coffee grounds, which I'll scrounge from the office as I'm representing the quarry nearby that I'm going to, in order to get the quarry dust without stealing it, or buying it off of Amazon, and or getting a paycheck, or promotion, or a nice little 7-year life goal right there. I have a button. All right, I'm kidding. I like that was weird. Derek, who are we doing? Are we doing? Are we doing? What are we doing? Mineral substrate only. I can fix that. I get that. Anna? Ann? Laura? Ann? Alright, Ann? Alright, Ann. You know what, Ann? Let's do for you. No, Herbie, no. We're gonna get to the book. We're gonna get to the book. Read my cards? Oh, I haven't seen Ann. But I would absolutely love to read my cards. I don't think I've actually read my cards in a while. I tell you what. By the time I get done here, I might actually just read my cards, and then Ann will hold on, and then Ann, you can piggyback, or you know what, Derek, I like that one. Sorry, Ann. It's Derek. You gotta blame Derek. Derek did it. Derek said read my cards, and you know what? I'm gonna do that. So let's do that. All right. You know what? I don't know, Derek. It's okay. So let's just do that. I like that, and I am obviously gonna read, because we started off with a scientific grant, and so now because of my scientific grant, now we got to go unscientific, but it's kind of, there's a science, I don't know if there's a science to it, there's a psychology to it, that's for sure. And then because there's a psychology to it, we'll get to the philosophy behind the psychology of the science. So, probably should have broken the radio a little bit. I don't know. And I say, I want it that way. I just kind of wanted to leave my phone plugged in. That's all. I don't really know the words to too many songs. You know what I'm saying? Good morning to Calico Kid. I talked about you. You know I did. I rhymed it. Alright, I'm gonna read my cards per Derek. Derek said this is my fault. I'm gonna make everybody pay attention to what the cards have to say about him, about the guy reading the cards. It's not about any of us. We all have to pay attention to the lobster, to the bee lobster, the lobster, Brock, whatever you want to call me. All right. Well, let's do it then. 1, 2, 3. What pile do you want to pick, Brock? 1. 1? Nobody picks 1. Everybody picks a 3. You should have picked a 2 if you really wanted to be cool. I'm not cool. Alright. So I do a then now and I'm interesting. Intriguing is a good word for me. Um, cool? Like, too cool? No. That's not, I have a beanie on and I do a then, now, and later reading, which kind of equates to like where have I been, where am I at, and what are we gonna do about it, like or kind of like what's going on, how you doing today, and then like let's make sure tomorrow doesn't happen, because if that let's just fix everything because then tomorrow will become a problem, you don't want to have to deal with like the world tomorrow. Like I don't want that card. It's like my tomorrow card. I don't. That's a lot of stress. You know what I want as my card for the tomorrow card? Herbie's van. That's what I want for my third card. Cause you know what that means? I'm out of here. All right. I'm skedaddling out. I'm booting out. All right. I'm out. That means I don't have to be here and I can just scoot. And I'm not saying I don't want to be here. I'm just saying like an existential way. We're going to get into existentialism after I read these cards. That's why but sometimes you just feel like, I got to get out of here. Or like, this doesn't make any sense. Or, you finally figured out how to tell time, from the peak of the shadow of the garage every day. And you're like, you know what, 1:30 comes around. And you're like, and it hits that particular line in the sidewalk. And you're like, all right, cool. And every day you find yourself waiting to see where the point of the shadow is going to hit near the line. You're like, is it about 1:30? It's about 1:30. And you're like, all right, we got a 1:30 line. And then you're like, I don't think that's going to be, totally correct because you also start reading mathematics books and the mathematics books are like that is kind of how the ancient time people learned how to tell their own time, but then people grew up and they had technology and they talked about other things and they had watches and I'm like, man, it's gonna take me 300 years to invent a watch. What am I doing with my life? Instead of realizing that all I have to do is just go to Amazon and buy a watch. These are the thoughts of a guy who really likes reading science books. Let's start the reading. Because they're the pot tarot cards, if it's upside down, we'll flip it right side up. Because we're all about having a good time, fam. Unless we're talking about my little psychoses popping out there. And I don't know, I'll apologize for any of this, but I'll make up for it. Let's start it off with 4 of bombs. Let's look at this card real quick. I don't know what any of these cards mean. CCS gave me this deck. Alright. 4 of bombs. And what I think the 4 of bombs is, you see that guy right up there? He's sprinkling some goodness. He's up there, he's high as balls already, and he's sprinkling goodness down to his other bomb friends. And he's like, where you guys at? Hey, I'm up here. Where you guys at? Come on up here. Hey, I got the goods up here. Get up here. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's blowing himself out over people. I don't think he's doing that. I think he's sprinkling buds. I think he's like, hey, my bowl overfloweth of greeneth. Come smoketh upeth heareth with me, with this meeth. Bongeth. I might have gotten a little high this morning. I don't know. I kind of pop some new stuff. I have a thought and I sprinkle it with the Deborah stuff, and then it kind of gloms into you, and like, I don't know. I got ideas. Who doesn't have ideas, right? It's a good card. It's a good card. Alright, so what's that mean? Is that let's just see what that means about the rest of the show. Should I even go with should we just like forsake the book? I don't know, let's see what the card says. Maybe we do break the radio. Maybe we just say F the book, and I just made fun of all the books, and we don't need to learn nothing. Maybe we say, maybe. Let's see what this next card says. Okay? Maybe, I don't know, let's see. This. Two of joints. What the hell? Are you throwing a paper airplane through two joints? What? I don't get it. Like, goal! What? Nerd says, what? Smoke two joints in the morning. Smoke two joints. I've broken that song before, but you can't make me do that song again. Smoke two. Makes me feel alright. And I smoke two joints. And then I smoke. Take a hit. Let's take a hit. We're just, you know what? It's just like, woo! That's what woo! If I threw cards around the way that I, that's it. Smoke the joints and time will peace. Smoke the joints. Alright, let's just get it. Let's just get high real quick. Alright. That's fine. It's fine. I try not to do this stuff on camera, but you know, without the cards, right? Here we go. So let's smoke the joints, time of peace, time of war. We're not doing that. We're not smoking joints. We don't do that. I don't smoke joints. I am not a joint smoker at all. Not at all. Not very often, actually. If I'm in a good circle and I'm like, alright, you know, I don't want to be like, I don't want to like draw too much attention to me, you know. Then it's just like, alright, cool, sure, whatever, right? You know, but like, you know, you take your hits and you're like, alright. Because I don't want anyone looking at me like, oh, you got it? Like, yeah, I have it. I'm fine. I'm not smoking. I've been smoking this for like years, you know? You know, like, oh, okay. You know, it's like, alright, I don't want to make a big scene about me, you know, being a part of the scene. Alright, you know, I don't know if you guys understand, you know, like, maybe you do. Maybe I think too much about things. Smoke your joints and time of peace. Oh, yeah. That's gonna get me. Oh, we're gonna read the shit out of some books. Alright, here we go. One sec. Sorry. I think I'm allowed one S-word a show. I signed a new contract with Penny, and I'm allowed one S-word per show. So that's right, okay? Alright, here we go. What? I don't know what I'm doing. Is that a torch? What's he doing with that torch? Who knows? What is that? Is that a thing? What is that thing? Who knows what that thing is? It's not even attached to nothing, is it? I don't know. What is he? Is he cleaning it? Yeah. If I turn it that way, and then if I turn it in that angle, and then if I swirl it around like that, cleaning it. Obviously, I'm cleaning something, and this is how you clean. And then I'm going to show you how also to clean another thing. You know, we're just cleaning stuff. It's all about sterilization, Herbie, is what he said. That's perfect. It's all about you got to sterilize your equipment, and you just want to, just get it glowing red hot. Just make sure it's hot. I feel it hot. You feel it hot. And there it is. It's glowing, right? And then you give it just a minute or two, and you grab another instrument, and then you come over here, and you kind of switch things around. You're like, all right, and then I'm just sterile. You're just cleaning it. You're like, and then you take your other cleaning agent and you swirl this around in the. And then you're like, well, that didn't get it clean at all. That didn't get it clean at all. That didn't get clean at all. And you're like, what in the hell? Now I don't know what kind of experiment I can do with my equipment. You know? It's all about science here, folks. It's all about science. Better clean some more. Shine says. I don't know what the hell the paper plane means. I don't know what the paper plane means. Okay? I don't know what the paper plane means. Alright, it's the Two of Wands. Give me the Two of Wands, Derek. I just goofed myself. Give me the Two of Wands. Derek, give me that, paper plane likes to fly. Paper plane equals the joint. You know, Nerdy, I'm gonna wait for Nerdy. Nerdy says it's the Two of Wands. It's Jefferson's airplane, right? It's a paper plane by MIA. Oh man, there's so many paper plane. I want to ride my paper plane. We're waiting for Nerdy to tell me what the hell the Two of Wands means. Paper plane means flying high, right? Because I'm getting there, Joe. I'm obviously with that laugh. Woo! Bicycle. Paper plane. Paper. Alright, let's, as Nerdy's letting us know what the Two of Wands means, let's get to where we're going. Let's see if everything turns out okay. It represents a sense of personal power and confidence as you embark on a new journey. Oh! 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 I get it. It's like peace. It's like peace. I'm out of this mother effer. Yo. Dude, I'm not supposed to be on a plane right now. I get it. It's like peacing out. I'm out. Okay. It's the old Irish exit where you're like, and nobody knows you're gone. It's the Sopranos exit where I just hit the button right now and they're, be like, it's the Sopranos exit. I'm like, yeah, I know. I get it. It's the fact that I can do whatever the hell I want. That's what that's what it's telling me. It's like, you can do whatever you want. Hey, Mary. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's see what the third card says that I really should have done. Let's see what the third card says. Third card says, no, we're all just hanging out, man. No, we're all just hanging out. Here's what the third card says. That's the third card. Alright. So let's look at these three cards and let's see what my cards have to say. Thank you, Anne, for not being here and for being a scroll troll. Oh, I said that out loud. So we started off with, we should all get high. I'm up here, you should be up here with me. And it's like, we're just trying to maybe tempting, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. But we should all just say, come on up here. And it's like, so kind of, we all kind of dig, right? And then I was like, well, what are we going to do? And it's like, you know what, if you got to go, you got to go. If you got to go, you got to go. If you got to stay, then stay. I kind of want to do the Lisa Loeb song, Stay. We're not going to. No songs. And then, because it's my show, Herbie, not yours. It's my show, Derek. Thank you. So we just kind of it kind of goes whirlwind, wherever we want to go. And because, really, essentially, it's just all about, now we're all here. We're all just kind of hanging out. Just kind of doing our things, being together. Just doing us, doing me, doing you. Sweet Caroline, ba, 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 doing me, doing you. Right, and then you hear the Sweet Caroline, ba, ba, ba. Good times never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I should have tried, ba, ba, ba. I'm like Cartman when it comes to the Air Supply song. It's like where he's got to go, come sail away, come sail away, come sail away. Like if I hear Sweet Caroline, I gotta go, ba, 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 in some dramatic way. I try not to do the, because I knock things over and I have no idea of my real sense of my strength. And, I break menageries all the time. Because I don't know why I'm hanging around menageries, or am I always in a Tennessee Williams play? Who knows? Dude, I got references out of my bizong this morning. Let's get to the book before I say anything actually dumb. Alright, trying to put these cards away. Thanks everybody for hanging out so far this Monday morning. It's been a good show. For me. I don't know if it's been a good show for you guys. I'm glad you guys have been here. Don't forget to check out DetroitMushLab.net for any of your goods and or needs and or services you need for procurement of whatever it is that you may or may not need. If you don't understand what I just said, I understand. Neither did I. Here we go. Let's put those away. Let's take a drink of, not actually Monster anymore. There's Mountain Dew in here. There's juice in here. There might be a little bit of Monster in here. I don't know. I'm weird about it. I like mixing my drinks. Anyhow, let's take a drink. Let's get on with the show. Herbie, Derek, it's up to you now, guys. Love you. High five. Let's jump into the book. So last week, we started off the modern era of philosophy, which began around 1900-ish, with the death of Nietzsche. Nietzsche, Nickelback. Nietzsche, who proposed the idea that man is something to be surpassed. So we read about Nietzsche, and he passed in 1900, and his death became kind of like the boom goes to dynamite for modern philosophy. So now we've got two mini segments to get to, and yeah, let's see how we feel. Let's see how we're getting. Let's see what we do. Here we go. We've been reading from the book, the philosophy book, Big Ideas Simply Explained. Thank you to Calico Kid and Derek Anderson. Blah, 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 blah. Men with self-confidence come and see and conquer. We are old enough that we don't need punctuation to stop giggling. Ahad Ha'am, 1856 to 1927. Stop giggling, Kim. Ahad Ha'am was the pen name of the Ukrainian-born Jewish philosopher Asher Ginsburg. Ahad Ha'am from Asher Ginsburg, a leading Zionist thinker who, okay, so alright, a leading Zionist thinker who advocated a Jewish spiritual renaissance. In 1890, he claimed in a semi-satirical essay that although we worship wisdom, self-confidence matters more. So he's like he's like the Machiavellian of philosophy. In any difficult or dangerous situation, he says, the wise are those who hold back, weighing up the advantages and disadvantages of any action. Meanwhile, and greatly to the disapproval of the wise, it is the self-confident who forge ahead and often win the day. Am I reading the politics book? What the hell? I thought we weren't going to read the... Ha'am wants to suggest, and when reading him, we should remember that this is a suggestion that is meant half seriously and half satirically, that individual folly can often yield the result simply because of the self-confidence that goes along with it. No, the book's over there. I read that. We weren't getting into the politics. Okay. Wisdom and confidence. Although in his original essay, Ha'am seemed to celebrate the potential advantages of foolishness, this was a view from which he later distanced himself. Perhaps afraid that others might read what was essentially an exercise in satire, as if it were written with high-minded seriousness. Look, just because you don't know enough doesn't mean you can't do enough to make up for it. I don't know, that sounds kind of neat though. I would kind of, like if I heard that and I was dumb, and I was dumb enough, but I needed a little spark of confidence, and I'm like, you know what, that makes sense. I don't have to know enough to do enough to make up for it. You're right. I can just do. And then we'll make up. There we go. Self-confidence is only warranted, he later made clear, when the difficulties of an undertaking are fully understood and evaluated. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Ha'am was fond of quoting an old Yiddish proverb, an act of folly which turns out well is still an act of folly. On some occasions, we act foolishly, without fully understanding the difficulties of the task we are undertaking. But we win through because luck is on our side. However, says Ha'am, this does not make our prior foolishness in any way commendable. You've seen this happen. People get into, competitions or whatnot, they win, and they got lucky. Better to be lucky than to be good, huh? No. I didn't train to be lucky, If we want our actions to bring results, it may indeed be the case that we need to develop and use the kind of self-confidence that can occasionally be seen in acts of folly. At the same time, we must always temper this self-confidence with wisdom, or our acts will lack true effectiveness in the world. You gotta go balls out, man. You gotta go, pedal to the floor, man. You gotta know how, do you know how to drive that fast? No, man, but I'll figure it out, and then that's when a crash happens. Or, you gotta go balls to the wall, do you know how to drive this thing? Absolutely, and then you end up in space. All right. I think you can go folks with self-confidence. Come see and conquer. Veni, vidi, vici. You can probably say folks. Next one. Every message is made of signs. Ferdinand de, and I swear I read sausage when I read this first. It's not. Saussure. And they're going to make me say Saussure because it's Swedish. Swish. Swish? It's a swish. It's a Swedish fish. Every message is made of signs. Ferdinand de Saussure. And it's not French, it's Swiss. Saussure was a 19th century Swiss philosopher. I swear to God was. If you make me say that out loud again, I'm not going to be happy with us being friends. I mean, we're still going to be friends, but I swear to God. Who saw language as made up of systems of signs, with the signs acting as the basic units of the language. His studies formed the basis of a new theory known as semiotics. This new theory of signs was developed by other philosophers during the 20th century, such as Russia's Roman Jakobson, who summed up the semiotic approach when he said that every message is made of signs. Saussure said that a sign is made up of two things. Firstly, a signifier, which is a sound image. What? This is not the actual sound, but the mental image we have of the sound. Like the onomatopoeia of the sound? Or like, can you see the L? Can you, I can see the L. Is there I don't know what that, the visual, I know, what, can you see that sound? Let me do that again. Can you see that sound? And then okay, so we've got the visual image of a sound. Okay, let's do that. Secondly, the signified, or the concept. Oh. So why did I make that sound? Because it's like a blurt, like a bloop. So now now you're thinking bloop, and you're like, okay, what's the sound of a bloop? Is it, is that a blurt? Is that a, what is that? Here, Saussure turns his back on a long tradition that says language is about the relationship between words and things. Right? Because he is saying that both aspects of a sign are mental. Our concept of a dog, for example, and the sound image of the sound dog. What? Saucer claims that any message, for example, my dog is called Fred, is a system of signs. Well, alright. You know what? This is like the back door of like diagramming sentences. You know what, Saucer? You can take your sentence diagramming and shove it up your dog. Alright? You and Fred can take your little sentence it's a noun, and that's a verb, and this is the predicate, and that's an adjective with the branching down, and you got this, and you got the subject, and you got the non-subject. I know what you're doing. You're making me branch out, and you're making me diagram sentences again, and I have had it up to here. This means that it is a system of relationships between sound images and concepts. However, Saussure states that the relationship between the signified and the signifier is arbitrary. So there is nothing particularly doggy about the sound dog, which is why the word can be chien in French or gu in Chinese. Saussure's work on language becomes the basis of modern linguistics and influenced many philosophers and literary theorists. So he's just trying to explain the relationship between the sounds that we apply to things and how we are like, we recognize the relationship between the sounds applied to things. Like somewhere along the line, someone looked at a dog and made the sound dog. And the next person was like, you know what? That makes sense. I'm going to say dog too. And then from there on, they were like, you know what? Dog. And everyone's like, you know what? Dog. Yeah, all right. I like dog. Yeah. You know? Or somewhere along the line, someone was like, I don't know, what are we going to call that? I don't know, what's that make you feel? I don't know, shoe. Yeah, alright, shoe sounds good. You want to call it a shoe? Does it make sense that the shoe fit? You know? Yeah, it makes sense. Dog is good. Meanwhile, in France, they're like chien. Oh, a little baby chien. A little chien too. A little shih tzu chien. Chien. Yeah, chien makes sense. Absolutely. Why chien makes sense in the French? Who knows? Maybe it's if you think about who knows? Who knows? Chien. Who knows? It's been a hell of a day. It's been a hell of a show, folks. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm glad I got to hang out with you guys today. I'm glad that we got to learn about dog. Like when you say dog, like why do you know that dog pulls that? Why does that image come out? You know what the craziest movie out there for me was? I think it was it Nelly? Yeah, Nelly. Tay and the Wind with Jodie Foster. It's like Tay and the Wind. Like and she does like the Tay and the Wind. Like that's linguistics to me. I really didn't like the new Alien movie with Amy, what's her face? Amy. Oh, she's great. I can't think of her name. I didn't like that. But like, I really liked Nelly because I thought that linguistics wise was good. Um, she a little overacted. Maybe a little reductive about like her actual subject matter. But I really liked the linguistics before. So Derek Anderson says, break the radio before we go. Oh, we got time, don't we? All right. Well, let me take a drink. And Derek, how about this time you actually pick a good thing? All right. How about you don't mess up this time and you pick a good song for me to break. So by the time I get done grabbing my phone and getting the drink, how about you recover? Okay? Because we had to read my cards, and my cards got us all high. And I didn't want that to happen. All right, let me take a drink here, Derek, and you can. For those of you that are like, man, he's really hard on that Derek. I'm like, yeah, he deserves it. Look at that guy. Come on, man. He's all like happy every day. Him and Nerd, come on, knock it off. No one's that happy every day. And Nerd, I know Nerd's like, man, I gotta smile all day, man. Sometimes the world. I know you got those days, Nerd. I know you do, man. I know you do. Thank God for those goodies, Hey, there's the Waz! I'm not done drinking, Derek. You got time. I'm not done drinking. You got time. And no Queen. No Queen. I don't want this to go for like 20 minutes, okay? Thunderbolt and lightning, ready, lightning, me gotta do. Alright, one more drink, and then we'll put this back, and then I'll come after you there. So you got 30 seconds. Tick tock, tick tock. Maybe less than 30 seconds. Who knows? Tick, 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 tick. Here we go. For those of you that are like, what the hell's going on? Derek Anderson is picking a song that I'm gonna break. And we're gonna break the radio together. And then we're gonna skedaddle out of here. What's going on here? West Montgomery, Windy, Perfect Circle, Orestes, Herbie. Oh man, I might have to do. Hold on, West Montgomery, Windy. I don't know that song, which is almost perfect, right? West Montgomery. Montgomery. Windy. No, don't listen. I want the lyrics, not listen. I want lyrics. Overview. Hold on. Is it even a song? Are there lyrics to it? What's the West Montgomery? Is it just? Hold on. You made me look up a song that doesn't have lyrics? I can't do that. I don't know that one. What happened to what? Derek, I'm gonna have to go with Perfect Circle. Oh man, Derek. Derek really shit the pot today. I'm kidding, Derek. I'm kidding. Let's go. Perfect Circle. Orestes. Okay. Ship away and never sever this umbilical cord. I know I've heard this song because I love. I can't. Oh man, I can't think of how this song goes. Oh, I hate you, Herbie. I can't think of how this song goes, Herbie. Oh man, one more medicated. No, oh man. I can't think of how this song goes. I can't think of how, oh man. He did it all for you. Oh, okay. Alright, here we go. I'm sorry, everybody. Here we go. We're doing that one. We're doing that one. He did it all for you. Okay, alright, I got you. Sorry for everybody for perfect circle. One more medicated, we're getting there. Judith! Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Much like the Cowboys yesterday. What a shit show. Okay. Here we go. All right. Sorry about that. Football. Chargers. Go Chargers. 2-0. Go Nebraska. 3-0. First time since a long time. You're such an inspiration for the ways that I will never ever choose to be. Oh, so many ways for me to show you how your Savior has abandoned you. Fuck your God, your Lord and your Christ. He did this and took it all you had. And left you this way and still you pray. You never stray, you never taste and never thought to question why. He did it all for it's not like you killed someone. It's not like you drove a hateful spirit into his side. Praise the one who left you broken down and paralyzed. He did it all for you. Right? I know you're rocking out. It's like, he did it all for you. You know, you're like, yeah. You know, you're just rocking out in your car, just, he did it all for you. You know, you're yelling at your boss. You're just like, you're such an inspiration for the ones who go to work. He did it all for you. You know, like you got that inner Maynard, just like you got that right? Oh, so many ways for me to show you how your dogma has abandoned you. Pray to your Christ, to your God. Never taste the fruit, you never stray, you never break. You never choke on a lie, even though he's the one who did this to you. Never thought to question why. You know, you're like, man, you just kind of want to show someone the truth. You know, but you're feeling your own, you're feeling your own. It's not like you killed someone. It's not like you drove a spiteful spirit to his side. It's talk to Jesus Christ as if he knows the reasons why. He did it all for you. You know, what did he do? Nothing. He didn't do anything. He did it all for you. No, he killed his kid for you? No, he didn't. He did it all for you. You know, and at the end of it, you're like, oh, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, I told him. I really like A Perfect Circle. And I apologize to anybody that also likes A Perfect Circle and thought that they were also going to sing along with me to that song. That was a good song. I also apologize to Derek Anderson for giving him as much. He's a good guy. Like what I'm offering is that Derek is don't judge him, okay? Don't. I'm really grateful that he didn't do a Michael Jackson song because of the death of Tito. I feel like it would have been in poor taste for him to do a Jackson 5 song. Hold on. Jackson 5 songs. Let's see. Yeah, let's do it. You went to school to learn, girl. Things you never knew before. Like I before E, except after C, and Y2 plus 2 makes 4. Now, I'm gonna teach you all about love, girl. All about love. Sit yourself down, take a seat, and all you gotta do is repeat after me. A, B, C. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. As simple as do, re, mi, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me, girl. Come on and love me just a little bit. I'm gonna teach you how to sing it out. Come on, come on, come on. Let me tell you what it's all about. Reading, writing, arithmetic are the branches of the learning tree. But without the roots of love every day, girl, your education ain't complete. Teacher's gonna show you, she's gonna show you how to get an A. Hold on. How to spell me, you, add the 2. Listen to me, baby, that's all you gotta do. Oh, A, B, C. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. As simple as do, re, mi, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, baby, you and me, girl. A, B, C. It's easy, it's like counting up to 3. Single simple melodies. That's how easy love can be. Singing simple melodies. Oh my God, that didn't work at all. How did they write that? They could have just stopped. They didn't need to put that. Singing simple melody. It's English. You don't need to put that in the song. Why did you put that in the song? Now I'm dumber. It's like you didn't need to tell me the reason why you wrote this song. Like I know it's a singing of a simple melody, right? But you don't need to like pimp. Come on, man. Sit down, girl. I think I love you. No, get up, girl. Show me what you can do. It's like you're at mass. Shake it, baby. Come on now. Definitely like you're at mass. Shake it, baby. Ooh, ooh. Shake it, baby. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, ooh. A, B, C, baby. Do, re, mi, baby. Wow. That's how easy love can be. A, B, C. It's easy. It's like counting up to 3. Because you're counting up to 3, right? Singing simple melodies. That's how easy love can be. Teacher's gonna teach you how to sing it out, baby. You know what? I don't want any of that love. I don't. I don't want any of that. I don't trust that love at all. None. At all. Not one letter. Not even one. Okay? Not one letter of that am I trusting at all. Okay? First off, there's got to be more letters. Okay? There's got to be more letters. Okay? I got to believe it's got to be more than just ABC. Okay? And maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe, I don't know, I've been reading math, and 1, 2, 3 is good. It's a good basis for math. Alright, so we can stick with that. But, like, it's got to be more letters. It's got to be. Let's get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for letting me break your radio. And thanks for spending your Monday with me. And come on back tomorrow and we'll hang out with Pop. So, love you guys. Don't forget, if you give a hug, you get a hug back. So, keep that in mind. And I love you guys. And say good night, good morning, and farewells, and sayonaras, and such nots. and we'll learn more about how we're all just machines trying not to error on each other every day. And it'll be a lot of fun. So, thank you. Just hit the button. Just hit it. All right, I'm gonna hit the button. Hitting it now. Love you.